I sit, taking precious time to pause, reflect, and recharge, allowing myself to be embraced with God's unlimited love. I savor this. I am a child of God, the highest on high, the sweetest of all, the ever pure and beautiful, all-powerful, all-loving Mother and Father. He is unlimited, constant, altruistic, selfless, egoless. His love frees everyone from suffering and bestows happiness for all. In this moment, I feel that He, as my Father, has come for me personally to liberate me from sorrow, from negativity, to bring back to my original me. Pure, beautiful, real, powerful, benevolent, and wise. Complete. This is my inheritance. God, my Mother, accepts me as I am. For what I am, He loves me, understands me, no question asked. He helps me to put right what has gone wrong. His love is real, unconditional, and constant. God Himself has become my teacher as well. He tells me all the secrets of life about myself, the Creator and creation, about the reasons of happiness and sorrow, the spiritual laws of life. He teaches me so that I have the courage to be real again. He makes it safe so that I learn to love and accept myself, accept others, and the drama of life. God Himself has become my guide. He guides me to real freedom through the jungle of falsehood and deception. from sorrow to happiness, from denial to acceptance, from limitation to unlimitedness, from self-centeredness to selflessness and God-centeredness. God Himself helps me to see right from wrong without condemnation and blame. His love is restoring me to my original beauty. His love gives me the power to clean the rubbish that I have collected over years and years. His love allows me to break from bondages and limitations, and thus create real relationship with myself, Him, and the world. His love empowers me to be a real mother for my inner child and make my heart open and generous. My home is in God's heart, and He lives in my heart. I am safe, protected, nurtured by His love. I feel I have a right over God. He is mine and I am His. His treasures are unlimited and valuable. True, all powers, all virtues, all relationships, a mind that is pure, clear, deep, and powerful, always positive and creative. An intellect full of truth and love, wise and clear, full of understanding and acceptance, deep and powerful, able to see past, present, and future. Looking through His eyes, I am able to see myself, others, and the drama of life from the right lens. As a result, I become His helper, an instrument to create a world with peace, love, and truth. I am God's child, created in His image. I stay in His protection and love. Om Shanti.
Nation. Now, let's call on another stay. How would I call her? She's a fellow traveler, just like all of us here right now, traveling this beautiful journey. And she's a mainstay here because she's one of the pillars of the inner space. Let's now call on no less than our wonderful and almanac of inner space, Miss Tensi Villa. Miss Tensi, can you greet our fellow travelers?
Fellow sojourners on the planet, everyone trying to travel across, above, over, and under all the dimensions of our environment. Welcome to Inner Space once again.
Good afternoon, Tensi. Now we have another guest, and I think you saw him the last time also that we had our Saturday conversation. Let's all welcome the businessman, June Luna.
Surprise. Good afternoon. I'm Jun Luna, as introduced. And yan, okay. So, welcome to the Inner Space program. And I hope you will have a wonderful time with us today.
Yes, certainly. And with us in the studio right now, the mini studio that we have converted, we have also Sister Pet and Sister Cora. So without further ado, once again, let me get you to our moderator for this week's or for this Saturday's topic for conversation. I love me, no less, of course, than Miss Tensi.
Oh, I love me, Miss Ellen. You see, it's love month. And it is not only now that we should think about loving one another, but where does all this love come from? Me. If ever I have to give anything to anyone, it must first become a reality in me. First of all, we are created by love himself. Sister, in her opening meditation, told us that our Father God is the source and the completion of all that is beautiful and good. And nothing can be beautiful, nothing can be good if it is not based on love, which is really the epitome of all that is good and beautiful. So all of us are creatures of love, and we want to share this with our fellow travelers in this journey called life. Brother Archie, we're having you for the first time.
Yes.
How about sharing with us your ideas on loving you, loving me?
Yeah. Thank you for having me and invited me here and share my perception about love. And this time it's kind of different because we often say, I love you rather than I love me. And I think we have, for me, there's a different dimensions about love, and we have the external and the internal. When we say external, it's about loving ourselves by giving or achieving more and giving more possessions. On the other hand, when it's about internal love, self-love, it's about protecting ourselves from the harsh environment outside. It's like what I've mentioned in the meditation. We are created by God through love. And that's it. We are love loving people.
Yes, brother, we are created, we have been created, and He's still creating the personification of His being, love Himself, and we are the realities of this love on this plane. I have read several times a book written and edited by a very dear friend in Cebu. He is a product of that kind of love, which is almost imperceptible but is real. I would like to hear from Brother June. He and his triumphant book, which is no longer triumphant, it's almost quadriumphant. I'm ready for this.
Thank you, Tensi, and I agree with Rich Archie. I love myself. Is much easier. No big deal, no effort. But loving others would be a challenge. Okay. To love a person as a human being, much easier to do, especially that as a being, as a soul, as a child of God. I can say that constantly and unconditionally we can offer our appreciation of love. So, to transfer the energy of love is really coming from us to the person we perceive to be not so lovable. It's really a big challenge, but when we have the energy of love, it will be much, much easier. Loving the person for who he is or who she is quite easy. But loving the same person for what he or she is, there will be definitely some conditionalities. There will be, some questions at the back of our minds. There will be doubts, even though we express our love for that person. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother June. Oh, Miss Ellen, please give us a few of your thoughts on love.
Well, since I went to Raj Yoga meditation, I realized that I am love myself. So that in the past, when I would look at Valentine, it was more like two opposite sex coming together and into a romantic stage, having a relationship. But when I learned that there is a better way of looking at things, that my inherent quality of love, which is, as we said, has been bestowed on us, and it is within us, but sometimes we have forgotten that particular quality that, yes, my quality is not just peace, but I am love myself. I guess it's something that we look for, but perhaps it's because we have been depleted of that love ourselves. That's why we're trying to seek at other people to love us. Because then the common notion is you have to have a boyfriend, you have to be married to be happy, and all that stuff, no? But then I learned later that no, I don't really need to, because the relationship that I should have, which should first be with myself, that I am not a needy person trying to seek love and get into a relation to be in love, but rather I am already complete. In fact, there was one quotation that I heard earlier. You know, you as you is already enough. You are already complete. And you don't even have to have drugs. I remember right now, we have a lot of incidents of suicide because they feel that they are not loved. That's why certain things like, a broken marriage or a relationship that suddenly has turned sour, people get to be out of themselves already, because relationship is one that I need your love. You have to love me. Whereas I guess right now, when we look at love itself, I am love. And when I am to relate with a person, I should not be pleading or, like, you love me, please love me. I need your love. But rather, a relationship should be one that we're both complete, and we will be more complete and complementing ourselves when we get into a relationship, rather than a relationship that says, I love you if you love me, and I will love you.
One very important notion that we come about or we come upon very often now is the expression unconditional love. There, as you said earlier, there should be no conditions when love is expressed, love for another person is expressed. But to be able to give that love to another person, it has got to come from a complete source of love itself. So each of us has been created by love, in love, and out of love. So I really am of the belief that we should first love ourselves so that we can give of that self freely to another. And not just to another, but to others,
Yeah.
those that come along our way.
So it doesn't have to be a one-on-one relationship of
No.
love. Yes.
Yes. Brother, have you met that challenge in your journey through life?
Yeah, I think so. All of us, um, um, maybe uh, face that kind of challenge in terms of love. And for me, as a Raj Yoga meditation student, I have learned that it is our natural state. Love is our natural state. And there's a source of that love, and that is the one who created us. And because of that, we have to learn and appreciate that we are loved and we can provide love to everybody.
Oh, how beautiful. And You see, we come upon many creatures in the course of our journey through life, like coming from the house to inner space. Oh, we meet a few characters. And sometimes, because of our backgrounds and because of our preconceived notions, we find it quite difficult to relate with others. But when we go back to that notion that we are love ourselves, then we will have to go beyond what we perceive as deterrents to our expressions of love. No? And then we are challenged. Miss Ellen.
Tensi, I was just wondering, what is this love that we're talking about, the self? And why do we have to love that self?
Sir June, can you share with us your thoughts on Miss Ellen's question?
As in Brahma Kumaris, you will always hear the mantra that no one can give something that they don't have, or he or she have. So if I don't love myself, how can I give the energy of love? How can I share the energy of love? So the basic thing is really to love ourselves first, to really accumulate the energy of love so that we can share to more people that energy. They can easily feel the vibration of love, or the energy of love, if they feel in us that we love